Good evening, everyone. It's already good evening, and it's good. So, you managed to come here? Traffic? Heavy? No? Today we have more than 40 people registered for this event, so I believe some more will come. But we will start already, as we have many things to tell, and there will be definitely questions to answer. You hear me well, right? Yeah. So my name is Nelia Titova, and I will start our story to tell today. And what you see here is the name of the program. The program is part of the project. Project we also call Merit. It's big project for 3 years that let me talk money now. It's 12.5 million project, 3 years, where one of KPIs, key performance indicators, is this program, creation of master program, development of master program, and several intakes. That's why in all the advertisements you see first intake was fully covered. This one you see 50% everywhere, right? On the slides. So this is the reason we can support first intakes. The project can support first intakes, and that's why it can explain a lot why we have many applications for this program and many people interested. But the second reason is that project, because of its scale, partnerships, international partnerships, allowed us to develop a very up-to-date program in the field. And today we will talk a lot about content of the program. That is one of the biggest attractions points of it. I believe that some of you are already graduates of technical university. Any here? At least one. Two, yes. So how many of you are first time here on campus? Many new people. Is it a big secret which are your alma maters, universities you graduated before? University of Latvia. Stradiņš, something else? Okay. How many of you are people in IT? Others than IT? Some. So we often ask the question, whom are we working with in this project and in this program? Is it only IT sector or beyond? So the answer is we work beyond, we go beyond. And we really want to put different worlds together here. My name. Yes, so we talk about 2-year studies, master program, language of instruction, English. That is the reason I speak English today, and all the content of the program is created in partnership in English language. Degree. Do you have already a question what will be written in the diplomas? Curious about? So it's engineering program with elements of business, MBA. When we think about study format, we understand that it's a full-time program, evenings, and as this will be already second cohort of students, first group has started studies in January. We already know all the questions students can ask about formats, content, schedules, and many others. So today we will tell you about all the conditions for the potential students to think about. So evening classes, many students are asking whether we have to be every day, every evening in class. because it's quite difficult to combine it, work and studies and all other things you have in your lives. Almost, but during the first semester we had quite many experiments with blended formats, partly online, and group works, etc. So now we can answer the question telling that yes, it's 3.5 evenings as we tell, but part of it will be ensured online. About the fundings, so we say this intake that will start in September, first year of studies will be fully funded by the project, and second year of studies, when the project will be over, students will pay themselves, cover themselves. The price for the project, for the program, is set 16,000 euro. So it means that 50% is 8,000 euro covered for the first year, and then second part is yours if you become a student. And as it is part of the project where there are several international partners, all this project is about international collaborations. This is international content, international partnerships, international opportunities here. I will leave it to my colleague to talk more about specializations and other technical things I don't know even about. Grace, director of the program.
Yep, thanks. Okay, so that's me. I'm currently acting director of the program. Also, I'm a dean of faculty of computer science and information technology and energy. So basically, if you have any question regarding those fields, so you're welcome to ask them. So, okay. So main focus areas. So I wouldn't say it's a, focus. So more like fields or domains of knowledge we're trying to cover by the program. So all of them are being selected using our international cooperation with companies, not only here in Latvia, but also abroad. So as Nelly already explained, so we have a pretty large, I would say, network of collaborating companies and collaborating nations as well. So basically we attract them to identify those fields, those domains which are required by the industry currently. So we have conducted a study actually, so and then the study report, if you are keen on, so we can provide it as well. So it's a part of the project deliverables, so basically it's available. So some of them I'm just pointing, so not going all of them. So first of all, cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, and IoT is the focus areas or focus domains which needs to be addressed by the project itself. So basically all the collaborating partners which are for universities providing both courses for you. So basically if you want, you can take an advantage of or use an advantage of Erasmus, for instance, and go there, studying there. So basically those are areas the project itself covers. However, our approach is we have identified things that probably is not identified by the other collaborating partners. So which is, so as we went through the questionnaires of the company. So before we started even the project, writing the application, so we identified a gap, which is we might have big expertise in companies in ICT, for instance, and in management. However, there is a gap between. So basically, in terms of digital transformation in organizations, we saw that we identified and proved basically, through the study, I'm not used to it, so so through the study that gap. So basically engineers do not know how to explain things to managers, and managers do not know the right questions to ask ICT guys. So basically there should be someone in the middle. So the program is to address this particular gap issue, I would say. And that is something that we're trying to boost the digital transformation, not only in Latvia, but also around, our collaborating nations. So that's why there is a good portion of subjects which are not ICT subjects, which are not technology subjects. So those are subjects like leadership, digital transformation, innovation management, and other subjects which might be of good use for your future careers. Another thing is we all assume that you do not have ICT background in your bachelor's or other masters you probably have degrees in. So it means that we do not require some skills of, hardcore programming or something of that sort. So it means that once you come to our subjects, once you approach our teachers, so basically we assume you do not have those backgrounds, okay? So it means it should be more or less easy in those terms. However, we have some other subjects like probabilistic reasoning, which takes hard working from you, okay? So there are also some interesting domains, so which we want to address, which are application domains of ICT. So meaning that you are able, or coming from different sectors, so you're able after the program, after the graduation, to apply those things that you have learned, those skills that you have learned, apply in your particular area you are probably coming from. For instance, it might be healthcare, it might be public administration, or other sectors. And that's why we have developed several, and we offer several specializations. Okay, it's coming. So those specializations, actually we have developed 4 of them, but we are providing currently 3. And those 3 are being identified again, talking to students, so from the first admission, which Nelly already pointed to, and also to the companies. So companies which are collaborating with us and Riga Business School. So basically, currently we provide healthcare, professional services, non-ICT or non-IT manufacturing. Those are 3 specialization areas or 3 specialization modules, if you want to. And while every of those specializations, of course, there is a mandatory modules, mandatory courses that you need to cover, and then the specializations which are of your selection. So basically, you're free to select one of those subject areas. And of course, there are free electives, which are so-called C courses, which basically you are free to take from any university in Europe, which are accredited according to European, let's put it, system. Okay, so it means whether it's Tallinn or some other university, so basically it's up to you. There is a small fraction of those, but anyhow, you need to know it. Okay, so the first specializations that we provided previously, but were not provided here, however, it's been listed, so probably during the next year we will decide to provide it, which is public administration. So basically, as you see, those compulsory study courses, those are completely the same for any specialization. However, the specialization modules, there are several courses which are specific to a given specialization. For instance, public e-services, which is specific to this particular subject area, okay, or data spaces or some others. The next is professional services. So basically, it's accounting services and legal services or any other. Again, the compulsory study courses, the selection of those courses is the same. So basically, it's you all will cover them. And as you've seen, within the specializations, there are some new courses like business intelligence and business operations and other courses which are specific to this given specialization. So it's up to you. We will how to say, circulate a questionnaire, and we will find out what is your selection. So it doesn't mean that we will provide everything for everyone, not at all. So we will select, we have some minimum student requirements or minimum requirement for minimum number of students for a given module. So it means you need to be aware of it. So, but we will come to that probably during the first semester. So we will circulate all those things. And as you see, those free electives, it's around 6 ECTS, so whether you take 2 courses of 3 ECTS or you take 1 of 6 ECTS, so it's up to you. And the final thesis, of course. Okay, the next is healthcare. So name is self-explaining. So basically you will have some courses on healthcare, like application of artificial intelligence and healthcare, application of data analysis in healthcare domain. So basically we have a very bright teachers there, I would say not very, but young teachers. So he's exposed both in ICT and healthcare as well. So basically it should be very interesting, by the way. Okay. So, and non-IT manufacturing, why specifically non-IT? Because IT manufacturing is very specific. I mean, in terms of project management, in terms of internal different communications within the organization. And that's why this module is specific to non-ICT manufacturing. So meaning it might be everything. So metalworks or whatever, so, but not IT. So it means if you come from IT, so probably that is the way how to expose yourself in the domains probably new for you. Okay, so because yeah, ICT sector basically in terms of project management is way ahead from other domains. So that's why they're very specific. And here we have courses like IT quality assurance, for instance, which have been developed together with Test Dev Lab. So basically, we have a cooperation, which is, I think, the main software testing organization in Latvia, for instance, very well known outside Latvia as well. So that's just a given. Or AI-driven process control, for instance. Again, so in all, regardless of the names, we assume you do not have ICT background or programming background. So it's not about programming here, okay? So it's for bachelors. Okay. So, admission requirements. So, English, so that is first thing you will go through the interviews, I think, or already have gone through those interviews. So, I think there is motivation letter as well, and some discussions in some peculiar cases or some cases which are not clear. So basically, you will be approached by our colleagues in those cases. Nelly already emphasized. So our schedules are, how to say, tailored to professionals, meaning that lectures are in the evenings and not every working day. So it means some of the courses will be as massive online courses, so it's on your pace during the semester, you need to pass it. So whether it's on weekends or any other occasion, so it's up to you. So basically on your own pace. Some other courses will be, of course, face-to-face. So basically, you will come here to lecture, to have the lectures, and to have some other works being organized here in premises. And probably there will be, I mean, it's not mainstream. There are teachers which are open for blended learning, meaning some of the students might be at a distance, some others are in classroom. So it means, but as I said, it comes from depends on basically on the particular teacher. So you need to talk to them. Some teachers are providing this opportunity. And the last semester, which is very important. So the last semester, that's why the 3 semesters are pretty dense, and the last semester is just for master thesis. So you will have a seminar for selecting your master thesis topics, approaching some master thesis scientific supervisors, and basically in a coordinated way, so you will start to work for the whole semester just for thesis. And that's why, of course, we're looking forward having very good thesis and nice presentations afterwards. Okay, that's it. Here, that is a QR code to apply. Thanks.